In a previous video, I had made about my junk wax investment and how it was a failed experiment. For example, I had all these Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards and Frank Thomas rookie cards, and how that didn't really pan out. Today, I'm going to talk about an investment I had made during the junk wax era that I think was a success, and that was when I joined the Classic Collectors Club. I don't see much about that anywhere really. Um, I don't know how I even got into the club. It must have been either on the PAX or something like that where you'd find information on how to join, but it was a membership where you did pay, and it was a pretty decent membership for, I was a kid at the time, but you had to pay a certain annual membership. And then they would send you different promotions and stuff like that. And really, I was trying to get any kind of like Shaq stuff, Shaq cards, and I knew that he would be part of that initial promotional set that they would send out. But what it ended up being, the best card in there that I got in that first set was this Derek Jeter pre-rookie C3. And of course, that's Classic Collectors Club. And it's got that gold C3. And interesting part about this set was it's a blue border set. And it's not, I mean, the picture looks similar to other classic cards that they got, but it's not the same kind of card because it's got the blue border, and this blue border was known to chip, and to get these cards in a good condition, it came in a little plastic case, the cards initially, so they would probably bang around even just in the mail. And so to get this card in a high condition, there's only 25,000 printed, and that seems like a lot. But considering the time, the junk wax era, and the fact that I don't know how many people actually joined this club, and as I was saying, this set is known to have very bad chipping. It's hard to get it. So if you get a card like this in high condition, I would like to send this card to PSA. I just don't trust PSA at this time, but I would like to get this card graded from PSA. I have seen PSA 10s listed for a lot of money. I don't know how real that is, and I don't think anybody's actually paid some of the high amounts, but I did see this card initially when I first got back in the hobby. I was just looking up these cards that I had in my collection. I looked this one up, and someone had listed a PSA 10 for $40,000. And obviously that's ridiculous. But there were the SP in a PSA 10. They were selling for a lot of money, $100,000 at one time. So it wasn't so far-fetched that a pre-rookie that's condition sensitive, that has a limited print run, would be put up for sale for a large amount of money. Now, recently I've seen it a lot less than that. But just the point of it all is, during the junk wax era, not many cards would even be considered to be worth very much at all. And there are some cards in this Classic Collectors Club that are a short print run. They're different, they're unique, and I'm going to go through some more of those. And like I say, if I trusted PSA, I would send this in and see if I can get a PSA 10, because I looked it over. I didn't see anything wrong with it. It looks very good to me. I've seen some cards online with all the chipping and all the stuff, and they really look rough. So at least I'm thinking at least a 9, but I think it could be a 10. And so that's one of my favorite cards in this whole club that I received. I'll show you some other cards. Here's Alex Rodriguez, and they have this, and you can see it's a die cut on the side, on the right side there. You can see through it. It's die cut, and these were, it doesn't say, but these were numbered out of, or these were out of a 10,000, I believe, print run. The die cuts. I did have a Penny Hardaway. It was in this set as well, which I did sell on ComC, and I believe it's Jerome Bettis. There's a couple of Jerome Bettis cards that I already sold on ComC. But this Alex Rodriguez is another one that I might get graded. Here's another promo card. And this one's Alex Rodriguez as well. And this one, it says 1993 Presidential Charter Club, members only, 1 of 5,000. These were limited to 5,000. But like I said, the die cut, that was totally unique. I know some companies were starting to do some new things, but these were some of the things that were very fun to get, because it's kind of like state of the art, kind of in the hobby, doing different things, doing new things. Another thing they did was they had autograph cards, and this one's a Jamal Mashburn autograph. Congratulations on receiving a 94 Classic Collectors Club limited edition autograph card. And here is a Jason Kidd autograph. And this one is out of 2,195. And it seems like a lot, and it probably is. But this was 1990. No, this is 1994 of this Jason Kidd. And for example, this one here is a promo of Marshall Faulk, and it's actually larger than your typical card size, and I don't know why. This one is out of 1 out of 10,000 for the 1994. Because it was larger than your standard size, I wasn't able to send this to ComC. I did send a lot of the other maybe lesser named players, but still stars, but not superstar players. I sent a lot of those to ComC because I felt like not a lot of other people would have done that because of the shorter print run, and I would be able to sell my cards on ComC pretty easily. And I've sold several of the cards on ComC. Here's one that is another fun one. It's a large kind of jumbo Penny Hardaway, and it's got the gold C3 and the gold traded to Orlando on the back. Classic Collectors Club 1993 appreciation promotional card, 1 out of 25,000. And this was the 93. So originally looks like the 93, they had a print run of 25,000 and then went to 10,000, and then they had a presidential club, which you must have paid a little bit more and to be in that, and you'd get promos out of 5,000 or whatever. But I'm not sure actually how many people joined the club. I don't see a lot of cards like these out there. Some of the they would send promotions quite often. It would be, I don't know, like once a month or I don't know how often, but it would be something, a promo card of some sort. A lot of the promo cards were basically the same as the original classic. Just the only thing is they put a C3 logo on it and said on the back, 1 out of 10,000 members only. And those cards I put on ComC, and I'm just selling, slightly more than what the original is, because it's a shorter print run, but it's just a slight variation of it. But cards that are totally different, like this Jeter, I really like those a lot, and the die cut ones. Those were something unique. The other thing that was really unique about the Classic Collectors Club, they would send uncut sheets, and I must have received at least 2 different ones. It came in a big giant roll in the mail. You get this big giant roll in the mail, you open it up, and you get a rolled up uncut sheet of, I think I got 1 basketball, included, I think Shaq's in that one, and there was another one that was, I believe, hockey, or maybe a four sport version. I know there's some hockey on that one. I'll have to do a video on that one, but I'm not sure why they would send it in a roll. It just seems like you're bending the cards there, and then I'm not sure how I got it, but I got another. There was another uncut sheet of Shaq cards. I almost think that was from a different promotion or something, because I ended up cutting those, made the mistake of cutting those. And as you can probably imagine how a kid would cut an uncut sheet of baseball cards, it didn't go well. So they're miscut, kind of like the post serial cards from the 1950s, where you cut it yourself. But it was something unique. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. You get an uncut sheet and a roll. I don't know what you do with it, but it's something different. And it was fun as a kid to get a card in the mail just to see who it is. Who's it going to be? You might get Marshall Faulk. You might get Jason Kidd. You might get Grant Hill. You might get Penny Hardaway, depending on the year, who the prospects were. And it was fun. And that was one of my, I think, good investments, joining that club during the junk wax era, where there were a lot of, cards that didn't hold up any value. This was something different. This was something innovative. They had autographs. They had low print runs, die cuts, jumbo cards, uncut sheets. And then it just turned out that generational talent like Derek Jeter would be in the first set. That's very condition sensitive cards, and so that makes it unique and fun. So that's my story about my junk wax investor success. Hopefully I'm going to grade some of these cards that are better looking, and see what the population count would be on a card like the Jeter or the Alex Rodriguez. And I really didn't think, I'm not sure really what to do with the Penny Hardaway, but if you have any suggestions, let me know, and thanks for watching.